All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, you got to go back to 2018 to find the last time that the Pittsburgh Pirates finished a year with a winning record, and 2015 for their last postseason berth. Since then, it's been a ton of losing. And honestly, even before the early 2010s in Western PA, there was a lot of losing for about 2 decades. Recently, though, since 2018, the Pirates have finished in fourth place or worse. Actually, I take that back. In each of the last 7 years, rather, that has been their case for what they've done or what they have not been able to do in the National League Central. But the Pirates appear to have gotten it right in 2023, excuse me, when they used the first overall pick of the MLB draft on starting pitcher Paul Skenes. Now, Skenes made his major league debut for the Pirates back on May 11th, and this young man has been as good as advertised. You saw him tear it up collegiately for LSU, and it's transferred to the big league level with the Pirates. Now, through thirteen starts so far for Pittsburgh this year, Skenes is 6-1 with an ERA of 1.90, 103 strikeouts in just 80 and two-thirds innings worth of work. Most recently, last night, in a Pirates 5-3 win over the Houston Astros, it was Skenes that went 6 innings for Pittsburgh, allowing 2 runs, 1 earned, and he struck out 6. And then just last Tuesday, in a Pirates loss, okay, against the St. Louis Cardinals, Skenes was dialed in. He went 8 1/3, gave up those 2 runs, struck out 8 batters. And then, you go back to July 11th against the Milwaukee Brewers. He no hit the Brew Crew for 7 innings, struck out 11 batters before he was taken out. And then we also saw this young man take the ball to start the Midsummer Classic for the National League earlier this month. Now, Skeens is arguably the most hyped and most anticipated starting pitcher to make his big league debut since Steven Strasburg. You can make a case for that, okay? But whether you want to agree with that or not, that's fine. But I think Skeens is just what the Pirates need, because you look at this Pirates club, and it's not just him alone, okay? But you look at this Pirates team, they are right there in the mix for a wild card spot in the National League. Matter of fact, coming into play today, Pittsburgh's tied with St. Louis at 54 and 52. They're 2 games back of both the Padres and the Mets in that wild card race, and it's very tight in the National League. We've seen a lot of teams make moves just prior to the trade deadline, Pittsburgh included. But nonetheless, Skeens is just what the folks in Pittsburgh need, aside from the Pirates. Why? Because Pittsburgh is a great sports city, okay? And they want to see their Pirates be relevant, okay? And they deserve that, in my opinion. And it kind of gets lost in the shuffle, if you will, because the Pirates really haven't had a lot of success for about 30 years. I mean, they made a couple of trips to the postseason since then, but nonetheless, this Pirates franchise has a long, deep, and storied history that kind of gets lost in the shuffle, if you will, just due to the fact that this franchise has not been good for quite some time now. But nonetheless, keeping this guy healthy. We see it so often, unfortunately, in baseball, and I've given my reasons, my opinion on that. We see some of these pitchers blow out their arms. And, for me, it's one of those where are the Pirates, going to attack this with the kid gloves, or are they going to let Skeens pitch? And honestly, from what you've seen so far, they're probably going to attack this with the kid gloves. We already saw it with them taking him out of a no hitter because, so many front offices and general managers focus on the pitch counts and analytics and all that other stuff. And of course, trying to throw the baseball as hard as you can. But nonetheless, Skenes, he's the real deal. Okay, he checks the boxes. He can be, and to me, I think he already is an ace. All right, for what he does, he's a guy that not only when he takes the ball every fifth day to go out there and pitch, he puts a lot of confidence. He puts that additional pep into the lineup because, hey, you know what? They know that this guy's going to go out there and deliver. But he's also a guy that puts that fear in opposing lineups. That's big right there. Okay. And that's what the dominant starting pitchers, that's what the dominant power pitchers throughout the history of baseball have been able to do. Not going to go as far as to say, you know what, this young guy is going to be a Hall of Famer. Absolutely not. But I'm just saying he has the potential to do some tremendous things at the Major League Baseball level. You look at it, he's probably going to definitely be in the mix for the Rookie of the Year in the National League side. Cy Young, I think, is a bit of a reach just due to the fact that he hasn't played the full year. And there are some veteran pitchers who are putting together some quality seasons on the National League side that have been there from the beginning. But nonetheless, I think the future is bright for this young man. And I think he has the potential to go out there and get a Cy Young award, in his career. And honestly, I don't think he's going to have to wait too long. Probably it's definitely not going to be here in 2024. But nonetheless, the future is very bright for him. So you look at him, he continues to go out there and give the Pirates an opportunity to win every fifth day. And you look at Pittsburgh right now, like I said, they made some moves just prior to this trade deadline. They are right there in the mix. And with the way that they are playing and the way that Skenes is pitching, it's going to bring people out to the ballpark out there at PNC. Folks out there, they follow this team, they love them, they support them through all of the ups and downs. And of course, there's been a lot of downs, but nonetheless, Skenes is a guy who is definitely worth the price of admission and then some. The Pirates hit the nail right on the head with this one. This guy is an ace. He's legit. He's the real deal, and he has all of the tools in the cupboard. Let's see if Mr. Skenes, as a rookie here in 2024, can help Pittsburgh in their playoff drought and get to the postseason. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank all of you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. And just before I sign off on this edition right here, August is right around the corner, folks, and so is September. And with that said, football is going to be upon us. 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge channel for the month of August is going to be the place for you, as I will be giving you a conference by conference breakdown of the upcoming college football season, as well as a top 25. And in regards to the NFL, a division by division breakdown, as well as playoff projections for both college football and the NFL. Well, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off. I'm saying thanks once again for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Be well, everybody.